Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, HollywoodShono tech reviews here, about to give you another tech review video. In this video, we have the NarviCapture U3 HD60 4K. Keep in mind that it is 4K input, but it's 1080p output, so a little bit misleading on the box. However, the 4K output is very important. We've seen the Razer Ripsaw do this. We've seen the Elgato 4K 60S Plus recently do this that you can get exclusively from Elgato and Best Buy. But the interesting thing about this is that it also comes bundled with Cyberlink, which is a screen recorder as well. So I'm wondering if the way that this works is that Cyberlink puts up a window capture and then you use the window capture in OBS to actually record the gameplay. I like the way that Elgato does it directly. Now, I haven't actually tested this out yet, so we are going to unbox this. I'm going to show you guys the back as well. So there you can see 60 FPS, 4K bypass, full 1080p, so you can't actually record in 4K. You're going to need a Elgato 4K 60. I prefer the MK2 because it has HDR support. Uses USB 3.0, HDMI, UVC driver, and a game chat mixer. So there's an adapter in here for game chat. So like say if you connect your controller to the capture card, it'll actually pick up the party chat, which is pretty cool. So there's the back of it. System requirements, it requires a i5 4440, pretty low spec GTX 660. It recommends a i7 4810MQ with a GeForce 870M. So basically anything from the last like 8 years is fine. 4 gigs of RAM, 8 gigs recommended. Most computers these days, even my Surface Go has 8 gigs of RAM. It also recommends a 3.0 USB port. And you must support Direct 9.0, even though we're at DirectX 12. 1 gig free of HD space and a DVD-ROM for software installation. Most places do have a download on their thing, so maybe they'll have that eventually. If there is, I'll put a link in the description. So, supports 4K 60 input for PS4 Pro and Xbox One X, or your PC. Real-time Full HD video capture on laptop or PC. There is a website that tells you like the latency for pass-through. I'll also put that in the description as well. Now that you guys read all about that, let's go unbox this and show you guys what's inside the box. Now, Elgato has included USB cables in the past, so hopefully they at least include an input, output, one of the two cables. If they include both, that's a bonus. So here is the capture card right in the box here, very secure. I don't think it's ever going to fall out on its own. You have to like push it open. So kudos for the packaging here, but there's the capture card. It feels really light. It definitely feels lighter than the Elgato, and that could be a big deal. So we're going to open this up. And there is the USB 3.0 connection. So I'm not sure if the other cable is full on USB-C. There's the other ports. There's the light for when it's on. And then the HDMI in and the HDMI out. So very clean. It does feel like metal. So the fact that it's metal, the sides feel like plastic. The inside, the outer shell feels like metal. And if I was jury-rig everything, I'd do a scratch test. So the cable is USB 3.0 to USB-C, so that is good. So you don't have to use a USB-C port on a Razer Blade, but there's the cable. Obviously, we are going to connect this to a USB 3.0 port. So there is a USB cable that it comes with. It does come with one HDMI cable, so very good there. And it looks like it also comes with an audio cable. So this is very important for like PlayStations, headsets. But there's the USB cable, decent length. Let's see exactly how long it is, as we're about to untwist the tie here. And if I had to take a guess, it's about 3 to 4 feet. So not Nintendo Switch friendly, but it's not that bad. And the audio cable it comes with looks like a standard 3.5 millimeter. So you can't use this on a Bose 700 headset, but most devices will take it. So if you want to test a PlayStation controller, you just pop it in there and it works just fine, and you pop the other end in. Elgato had something called a chat link that you could also pick up for the Elgato HD60. And it works just like that. It was a separate purchase. I think you wanted like $10 for it. So let's clean this up and let's actually get the capture card set up and do some testing both with mobile and PlayStation 4. It is actually working from the laptop quite a bit better, and I'm seeing the audio levels go properly, so it looks like everything is running fine on the laptop, and I'm very happy about that, considering that what I want to use the NarviTech capture card for is on the laptop, more so than the desktop, because I already have Elgato. So if the capture card doesn't work on the desktop, I'm not quite as upset, considering that I want it to work on the laptop and not the desktop. So we're going to play this fight through as Cassie Cage hits Scorpion and Nick. Scorpion spears Cassie and about to go down. So there it is. There is what it looks like on my laptop, and now that we've got the audio pegged down, it's significantly better. Fight. Scorpion throws Cassie right into the spikes. Punches away at Cassie, goes for the combo. Overhead meter burn into some spears. I wish I knew how to combo half as good as the computer Scorpion, but there you go. A lot of spear chucking here. Can we get the flawless on Cassie? That would be awesome. We're close. Goes for the throw. A couple more hits and Cassie will go down flawlessly. There's a throw. Almost down to 0. Cassie wants to throw that drone at Scorpion. Not happening. Nope, that broke it up. So it took like 5 damage. Unfortunately, not a flawless victory. Took a little bit of damage there. But yeah, 35 damage. Not too bad at all. So the NarviCapture card. NarviTech, how do you guys like the quality of it? I think it's pretty good. You don't have to have the audio cable set up. As you can see right here, I don't even have the headset and the PS4 chat link hooked up. And yeah, that's exactly what I want from a capture card. We're going to put in another device. We're going to put in my iPad and see how everything looks. And let's actually boot up. Let's boot up Tekken 7. Probably should have booted up Mortal Kombat because you can auto battle it. You can't really auto battle. Nice to see Savage Wolf actually playing Tekken 7, so he might be practicing to kick my butt. And if he is, I'm okay with that. So most important thing to note is that this does have 4K pass-through, and this is not a capture card that is tied to mobile, whereas Elgato works perfectly out of the box. So there is that. The lag does not seem to be there on the laptop, which is great. Barely seeing any difference, if any. So we got a 3.1 update. Got a customization item I didn't even think of. So let's go offline and let's practice. If that's something that we can definitely do with the controller. Now, I don't obviously play on a keyboard, but just for the purpose of this testing, let's get Negan in. I really like him, and we're going to go up against Akuma. Yeah, everything seems to be running perfectly good on a capture card, so that's a great sign. So I imagine most games you throw in, it's going to work perfectly good. I had some problems with the Razer Ripsaw and even my Elgato on the laptop. Couldn't process things, but everything looks great. Now, granted, Tekken is not as resource intensive as Mortal Kombat 11, so mileage may vary. I don't even know how to attack on a keyboard. Everything looks really good. I couldn't imagine being a pro player with a keyboard, though. combos there with that. But yeah, that is Tekken 7 on a PC. So if the capture card came out really well, then we know it's great for console and PC. And if you're not a mobile player, it's not a big deal. We will test out the Samsung Galaxy Tab S4 and see if we have any better luck with a mobile device. But it looks like the iPad Pro, it's not working too well with it. We could try other iPads and see if we get a better connection. Could just be not optimized for the latest iPad Pro. But we'll run a couple more tests. Tekken looks great. Alright, so the Nintendo Switch is plugged in. And let's pick a game that we have downloaded, because I don't want to run Mortal Kombat 11 twice, even though we have it. I do have Pokemon Sword. I could go run through that for like a minute. Show you guys like some of the introductory stuff. And just how it captures perfectly fine on the Nintendo Switch. PlayStation 4 also captures just fine. You just connect it the same way. But I want to show you guys what happens with the mobile testing. So we're definitely playing in English. I heard there is some advantages to playing Japanese. Unfortunately, we can't do HollywoodShono, but we'll put in Hollywood. That should be good enough. These are like 3 more letters to do HollywoodShono. And you can't change languages after starting your game. I don't know the best layout for Pokemon Sword, but again, we're kind of just testing out how the capture card works. We're not trying for like MLG gameplay. Good shot of the Pokemon Stadium there. Looks like the introductory that you can't skip. But yeah. This is the capture card for the Nintendo Switch running flawlessly, as well as the PC. PlayStation 4 is also confirmed to work. Let's test mobile on my desktop and see if it works. Okay, so there's Mortal Kombat on the desktop. If it does work, we have some settings to tinker with. Nope, it actually goes out again. So there's something with the NarviTech that is kind of blocking the HDCP. Now, it could be the adapter that Apple supplies. A third-party one might work, and I do have an RCA adapter that could work. So we're going to go fire that up real quick for testing. We are going to have to power it up, but we're going to see if we can get it to work. Okay, so far it looks like it's connecting. And then it goes out. So yeah, it looks like something in the iPad that is blocking like HDCP in some capacity. Even though for like games it normally wouldn't do that. So yeah, it leads me to believe that with an iPad you can't stream off this. So keep that in mind when you're buying this. If your plan is to stream and save money off a mobile device, don't waste your time. But if you're going to be playing on the Switch, PC, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, this capture card will save you some money. Okay, so now we have a Samsung Galaxy Tab S4 plugged in. And once again, we're going to go into Mortal Kombat Mobile. It looks like it's picking up Android better. Nope, it just went out. So there's something in the HDCP of NarviTech that is not encoded, whereas Elgato can bypass it. Granted, you have to use various third-party adapters to do so. Because yeah, you can see from the initial startup, you take the device out, you put the device in, and it'll go in for a second, and then come off. There you see that it's connected, and if we go down, you can see USB connector is connected. Audio output as well, but then it just disappears. So I don't know like what happens with that. So just a disclaimer, don't use this on your mobile devices. Hope this tech review video has made up your mind whether to purchase the capture card. And if it has, leave a comment down below. Let me know how you guys like it. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day, kids.
Get money.